Hey guys, what's going on? This is Twins Destruction, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Assassin's Creed Origins review that I have made for you guys, and this is how it's going to start out. This is the basics. The story of this game revolves around Bayek of Siwa. He is seeking to avenge his son, and he's going to be taking out the Order of the Ancients. The Order of the Ancients, if you don't know, are basically the Templars. So if you have played any previous Assassin's Creed game, you know exactly who the Order of the Ancients are. And this game also revolves around the birth of the Brotherhood. And if you're kind of confused, because if you know a little bit about the Assassin's Creed lore, you do know that the Brotherhood has been around for a lot longer than this game perceives it to have began, because they even hint at a previous assassin that was around 500 years ago. Well, what this basically is, this game is about, is the common, making it common, making it more reformed and just overall more important, because since they've been around for more than 500 years at this time, they've been less organized. But Bayek is what really puts the nail in the coffin and actually organizes them, and just overall just makes the Brotherhood like a household name. So from there, we're going to go and talk about Bayek himself. He is funny, charismatic, loving, and kind, and you get to see this throughout all of the cutscenes that he is in, because he is a Medjay who is sworn to protect any and all people of Egypt who are in danger, and he is more or less sworn to protect the Pharaoh, but just Egypt in general. So, whether it's him talking to his son, him talking to Aya, or just people in general, you could see that he has a very, very good heart and just good things in mind for the people of Egypt, and he just really cares about what he does. And it's good to know, because you don't want to be playing as like a robot or a zombie. He just has feelings, and it's really cool to see him develop over the game, and I really encourage you to play the game and figure out how he goes through each Templar and like what he does to cope with his feelings and how he figures out, and just the whole story in general. He also has a companion named Senu, who is an eagle, and she can fly around like in the video, and you could go the entire map just as Senu, but you can also just snap back to Bayek whenever you want. And Senu can help with hunting, because she automatically comes up with icons for hunting, whether it's soft leather, hard leather, gold, because there's exports. Roman soldiers can export items like gold, bronze, metal, so she can help you with hunting and gathering. And then you can mark them, then they go back to Bayek and then get those items. Senu can also help with targeting just people in general for combat, because she can highlight them. Much like Eagle Vision works in the previous games. There's no Eagle Vision in this game, because the Eagle Senu is what gives you the ability to see people, so you can use her to target enemies, and that would give you the advantage, because there is no Eagle Vision, so you need to use her. She is a very vital part to the game itself. So, to move on from there, there is new combat in this game, and much like how they evolved it from Unity, and it was more of a parrying system, and then into Syndicate, now they pretty much revamped the whole thing, and I'm going to be showing the Gladiator Arena to show off the fighting, because what better place to show it. It involves dodging, striking, and charge attacks. There is actually strategy involved in this fighting, much like in Assassin's Creed 3, 4, Black Flag, DLC. They all had the same kind of combat, Rogue even. It was just waiting for the time to strike, and then parrying, and then just killing. But this, it doesn't work like that. and you actually have to dodge and wait for their weak points to be exposed. So you dodge to their opposite side, to their back, because people are actually weaker from the back. So, like, if you're versing a heavy, and he strikes and he gets his axe stuck in the ground, you can roll around to his back, get a few hits on him, and then wait for other moments like that to strike again. So it involves a lot of strategy and skill. A huge thing that has been added that is so much different, and it is because of the vast open world and beautiful open world, is photo mode. And much like all the Instagram filters, there are tons of filters to use on these photos and make something really special. And you can use it as Senu, you can use it as Bayek, and you can use it in almost any situation. I mean almost, because sometimes in mini cutscenes and stuff you can't really use it, but if you're in combat and you want to pause time, you click the joysticks, at least on the Xbox, and it will pause time, and you can zoom around and do some crazy stuff and get some crazy angles, filters and effects, and you can blur certain things and not blur certain things. And it's just really interesting because I've spent a lot of time in photo mode, which is really surprising because it's photo mode, it doesn't even really add a gameplay aspect, it's more of a visual aspect. But I think it's really interesting, and I really, really would like to see that in future games, because this is just one of many. I feel like this game revitalized the franchise. I mean, for me, I've always loved Assassin's Creed, but some people have felt a falling out. And this game, I've just seen nothing but positive reviews. So I hope that in the future games, they will introduce photo mode, and just overall having a good time, adding features, and just photo mode in general is just really, really cool. Next up on the list is the exploration, which has been revamped probably the most out of the entire game from previous games, because there's a huge open world. There are varied side quests which are different levels, which is new to the series. Side quests have never really been a thing. The stories have always been somewhat linear, more or less linear, and there were side quests in Unity, like the murder mysteries, but now they expanded upon those even more with just overall, just in general, just side quests. So you can get a quest for the story, completely ignore it, and then just go do a bunch of side quests, or vice versa. But you can do the story just straight through, but they highly encourage you to do the side quests, because as you'll see, leveling is huge in this game, and you will get demolished if you just run through the story, because side quests are there to help balance out the time spent, and so you can level up and actually like enjoy the game rather than just like rage quitting because you keep getting killed over and over because the guy's 3 levels higher than you and you're trying to sneak through and assassinate him, but your hidden blade isn't upgraded, which that is a thing. Hidden blade can be upgraded, the vambrace can be upgraded for armor, your shoulder plates can be upgraded for armor, your vambrace is for melee, the shoulder plate is for armor. There is the other vambrace is for the ranged distance for your bow and arrow. So, and you use, as they get up, like in level, you need more expensive things like more bronze, more crocodile skin or hippo skin. Some still involve soft leather, which is like from deer and other animals. So it involves, the leveling is not just for that, like, it's much more than just a number on the screen. You should incorporate it in all aspects, like equipment. You can upgrade your weapons. There's a new layout for weapons that involves shield, mount, outfit, armor, ranged, melee. Then there's the other hidden blade and such upgrades on the bottom for crafting. There are multiple different weapons inside of each. For melee, there's like axes, swords, kopeshes, which are a different type of sword. There's dual swords. There's blunt weapons, like scepters. There's different types of bows. It's so in-depth with what you want to do. Like, it depends on what you want to do, and it just goes so in-depth. Which leads me to my next topic about being in depth is the skill tree. There are 3 parts, which are Warrior, Hunter, and Seer, and they're kind of self-explanatory, but I'll go through them anyway. Warrior is swords and axes and heavy combat. Hunter is more bow and stealth, and Seer is more interacting with the environment and using traps and bombs, and that's the perk. It has the perk where you can tame an animal, and each have a different amount of skill points that they need to unlock. You can use all of them, you can use one of them, or just a mix between all of them. Like I said, they involve ability points, which you get as you level up or find tombs, and along with exploration. In side quests, there are bandit camps, viewpoints, and tombs, like I had said. Tombs involve like the pyramids, which some you go in for a story mission, but some you can just go in on your own. There are caves, there are secret passages, and just they express exploration in using your own mind to solve puzzles and like get around the way to get through the tomb and just solve puzzles in general, which I spent a lot of time in tombs because I think they're really interesting. A big thing that people were excited about were no classic Ubisoft collectibles, which means go over here, get a chest. Go over here, get a chest. Go over here, get a chest. And then just they will slowly be marked off your map. Now, there are still chests to collect, but they are in bandit camps. So along with commanders you have to kill, you have to loot chests. So they're more not in your face, like just sitting there on a mini-map waiting to be collected. They're just in a bandit camp. So it's just more how to say it, like up to you to do rather than like forcing you to collect them just to get 100%. They're more come over here in this bandit camp and then collect them. So it's just more of an exploration based game overall with literally everything about this game. Last thing I want to touch upon is the modern day, which there are minor spoilers, but it's not really that big of a deal because I'm not going to be talking about what happens in modern day. I'm just going to be giving some of the details. Her name is Layla Hassan, and she is a previous, still kind of Abstergo employee. I did enjoy it a lot, actually, because I love Modern Day and I've been waiting for a Modern Day segment. But it does kind of end abruptly, so don't get your hopes up. It does have a ton of info connecting some of the events from other games on her laptop. And I really hope that in the Hidden Ones DLC that they expand upon the Modern Day and Layla and what happens with her and just who she is in general. So overall, I would definitely give this game about a 9.5 out of 10. There are some, not gripes that I'd have, but little tiny things with the gameplay, like there are no ways to hide in a crowd, or sit on a bench to hide from guards, or just things like that. It's just very, very minor things. I don't know why they didn't put those in, but those are the only quote-unquote gripes that I had. I really, really enjoyed this game. It took me about 40-some hours to complete the campaign. That's along with just doing side quests. I didn't rush. I took my time. I compared it to Syndicate, which took me 25-ish hours. That is huge. That actually astonished me on how much time was put in. So I really recommend this game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go out and play this game. Tell me in the comments what you thought of it. And I really am excited to talk about this game and future games in the future. I'm going to be putting up an ending explainer very soon. And I'm going to be putting more theory videos on where the series can go next, what happened in this game, things that were like hinted at, stuff like that. Just keep up to date with social media, which I'm going to be linking down below, because that's where I'm going to be talking a lot about this game and future games. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video.